welcome back to my channel. So number one, I have another holiday makeup tutorial for you guys, and number two, it is another glittery look. I am obsessed with those Martha Stewart glitters that my husband got me, the ones that I showed you guys in my last video. So obviously when I sat down today, I was like, yes, I'm gonna use another glitter. So I ended up doing another glittery look for you guys today, but I do feel like this look might be a little bit more wearable than the last makeup look that I did for you guys, just because this one is gold and I feel like more people tend to wear gold rather than green, although the last makeup tutorial was bomb.com. If you have not seen it, you have to go and watch it. But I do feel like more people will probably wear gold over green. So if you want to find out how you can get this makeup look right over here, then just keep watching and let's get started. Alright guys, so let's get started with the video. I'm first going to be priming my lids, and I'm using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Always make sure you use a primer because this is really going to help make sure that your shadows are going to stay in place all day long. So the first palette that I'm going to be using is the Urban Decay OG Naked palette. I feel like I haven't used this in a really long time, so I'm like super excited to finally be using it. And the first color that I'm using is called Naked, and I'm just going to be placing this color on my crease area. The next color that I'm using is called Buck, and this color is also going to go in my crease area, but it is darker than the first, so this one is going to show up. I always tell you guys that I like to use a transition color, and that was the first eyeshadow that I used. A transition color just really helps me be able to blend colors in together. So the first eyeshadow that I use is always a really light brownie shade. So now that I'm done applying both eyeshadows, I'm just going in with another brush that has no additional product on it, and I'm just using this to really blend out both colors. Okay, now onto my lids, and the very first eyeshadow that I'm using is called Half Baked, and I am also spraying my brush down with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. And the reason why I like to use this is because I feel like it makes my eyeshadows look more pigmented. It kind of makes it look a little like foiled or metallic. And in case you're wondering, the brush that I'm using is the Morphe M210 brush. The next eyeshadow that I'm using is called Smog, and this one I'm applying it only on the outer part of my eye. I don't really want this color to show up too much on the center or on the inner corner. And yes, I also did use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set for this color so that it can pop more. I'm now using the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm using the color Espresso. This is a very dark brown eyeshadow, and the brush that I'm using is kind of like a pencil brush, and I am going in hard with this eyeshadow. I definitely want this color to show up a lot. It is a very dark color, so you want to make sure that you don't put too much color on the brush at once, because then it will get messy. So you do want this color to show up a lot, but you want to build it up slowly. So once you have the amount of color that you want in your crease area, I then went back into the Naked palette and I grabbed some of the Buck eyeshadow just to really blend out that harsh line that I got. Now onto the glitter, and I did want to show you guys this part because I first tried to use the e.l.f. glitter primer, and no, that did not work out. I have used this for like loose pigments and it does work really well for that, but I guess for glitter it's just a big no-no. So I just went into the Lit glitter adhesive. I swear this thing never fails me. It is super good. As you can tell, I'm really packing on that glitter, and it's really sticking to the adhesive and staying in place. Once I was done applying my glitter, I noticed that my crease area wasn't as dramatic as I wanted it to be, like as intense and dark as I would like it to be. So I just went back into the Espresso eyeshadow and I just reapplied some of that color onto my crease area to really darken it up. I feel like this just makes the look a little bit more sexier and dramatic. And then once I applied that color, again, I just used a different eyeshadow to blend out that harsh line. So you can never have too much glitter, so I'm just reapplying some more glitter. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm really applying more glitter because when I'm done with a look, I always like to see if maybe I need to add some more color. And I did notice that I had some spots that needed a little bit more glitter, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just reapplying a little bit more to the spots that had some missing. And then with a makeup removing wipe, I'm just cleaning off any of the fallouts that I got from the glitter. And I'm also cleaning up the edge of the eyes. For my brows, I'm using the ARDELL Brow Pomade in the color Dark Brown, and the brush that I'm using is the Anastasia number 12 brush. Hands down my favorite brow brush ever. I've had this for about a year and I have been non-stop with this brush. Like I said, it is literally the best brow brush ever. I just keep using it and using it and using it. I have not used another brow brush since I've purchased this one, and as you can tell, I am fast forwarding this part because it does take me a couple of minutes to do my brows, but I will be doing a brow tutorial for you guys as soon as I'm done with all of these holiday makeup tutorials. I will be filming a brow tutorial to show you exactly how I do them. Once I am done with my brows, I will be going into the Lorac Pro palette and using the color Cream for my brow bone. Oh my god, guys, we finally made it to the face. Thank you for sticking with me this long. I know this video is a little extra long. So for foundation, I'm using the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation in the color 857, and I did first start out by using the Real Techniques sponge, but I noticed that it wasn't giving me the coverage that I wanted, so I went ahead and applied the rest of my foundation with the Tarte brush. So for concealer, I'm using the NYX HD Concealer. This one is in the color CW05, and I just went ahead and applied it underneath my eyes, on the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, is that what it's called? I'm not sure. And then on my chin. This is normally where I always apply concealer because that's where I want to conceal and to highlight. And then to blend that out, I use the Real Techniques contour brush, and then I did also go in with the Real Techniques sponge to really blend it out. Don't forget to set your concealer so it doesn't start creasing on you, and I'm using the yellow highlight shade from the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. I'm going to be using some of the light bronze eyeshadow from the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm just going to be applying that color on my inner corner just to really open up my eyes and to also make that little area pop a little bit more. And the brush that I used was the Real Techniques Detailer brush. And then I will be applying some color on my lower lash line. I'm first going in with the eyeshadow called Buck from the Naked palette, and the brush that I'm using is the Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush. Once I applied that color, then I went into Smog and I applied that underneath my lash line with the pencil brush from Sigma. I'm also going to be using the Espresso eyeshadow from the Lorac Pro palette, and this color I want it to be very, very close to my lash line. So I am using the Anastasia number 12 brush because it's very tiny and thin, so it's really going to help me get a precise application. I don't want this color to be blended out or anything like that. I just want it to be like a very thin line really close to my lash line. So once I do that, I am going into the Loreal Voluminous Smoldering. I don't know why I always have problems saying that. Into the L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering eyeliner, and I just used it to tightline, and I'm also applying it on my waterline. For mascara, I'm using the Covergirl Lashblast Fusion Mascara, and this was the first time in a very long time that I didn't use the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and I have to tell you guys that I missed it so much. I love to use that mascara for my lower lashes because it just makes it so easy to apply it. So yes, I did miss that mascara. And then I am going to be bronzing up my face, so I'm using the Lorac Pro Contour Palette, and I first like to bronze up my face using the medium contour color. To contour my face, I'm using the deep contour color, and like always, I'm using the Morphe M104 brush. You guys already know how much I love this brush. I raved about it so much in my last video, so I'm not even going to go into it again, but this is the brush that I always use to contour. Alright guys, I promise we are almost done. Now onto blush. I'm just going to be using Sin from Nars. For highlight, I am using Opal from Becca, and guys, this highlight is freaking amazing. Like, look at that. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Look at that. I am so obsessed with this highlight. I know I'm like so crazy for getting so excited about a highlight, but literally, like, you need this in your life. You needed this yesterday. It is so beautiful. It is like the perfect highlight, and I'm just using the Morphe M510 brush to apply the highlight. Last but not least, I'm going to be doing my lips, and the lip liner that I'm using is from Jordana. It is in the color Tawny, and then right over that I'm using the lipstick from Rimmel in the color Paradise, and then for lip gloss I'm using the Bobbi Brown lip gloss in the color Tutu one. That is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you end up doing this look, tag me on Instagram. My name is WithLoveGriselle. I would love to see your recreation of this look. So like always, I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button if you do want to stay up to date with all of my videos. I like to post 2 videos weekly, so I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Bye guys.